Sorry there, folks. I just had to move something out of the way so I can see all your bright and shiny faces. Nah. Come on. All you're seeing is my bright, shiny, excuse me, messed up face here. And it's a good old Monday at about a 4:56 our local time here in good old Montana, Big Sky State. Excuse me for all that. I don't know why that came up, but it did, and I apologize. Kind of the hiccups and burps at the same time, and I tremendously apologize for that. But with all that being said, today is, let me put it in a wonderful, wonderful terminology for those who are interested. Yabo, 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 Yabo. If I said that right, I've got, let me just do this, turn my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if I said 4 Yabos, I've got a Yabo. I've got a box opening. I got a box opening. My stupid sense of humor. Okay. But I had to say that just for my humor and for everybody. And I gotta say thank you, YouTube channel, real quick, Pipe Club, for all your prayers and support that you have been giving me on my cancer. I have not yet received anything that. Sorry about that, folks. I'm gonna have to let that go because hopefully they'll leave a message if it was something that was important. I don't think that it was, but anyway, with all this being said, folks, is I have to say this to you, YouTube family, and I want to get this out front. This is not something I want to put at the end of my video or anything. I need to say this straight up front. Thank you, everyone that has supported me, prayed for me, kept me in their thoughts and minds on this cancer. That is terminal cancer. I will sometime in life die from it. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys that. It's non-curable cancer at this point. Okay. With that being said, folks, I'm fighting this tooth and nail. I am fighting this. I am going to beat this in my own mind with God's help through the doctors. You know, God's going to work through the doctors to help me survive this. And with I have to do my part too, folks. I have to do my part to fight this also. So I am going to fight this. So with all this being said, it is a big shout out to this YouTube, let me say this correctly, YouTube community. I've got people on all sides of the world that know about this. I mean, I've got a really, really super close friend from that's living in Okinawa and working for the government in Okinawa. He's not in the service, he just works for it. He's a civil servant working for the government over there. But with that being said, people that have found out about this and have called me and said they're praying for me and they're keeping me in their thoughts and they're passing it along. I got people in this YouTube Pipe community, let me put it this way, that have said that we've got you on our church prayer list. We are praying for you. Okay. You folks that don't believe or do believe, you take this however you want to. I'm not knocking anybody or picking on any one person. I am not. Because thoughts, just thoughts of uplifting things, you know, a nice word to a person that uplifts their spirits, that helps in the fight of this. Like I've told you several times before, I'm fighting this tooth and nail. I am not letting go. I am not giving up, folks. But there is one thing that's nice about it. Today is 4/16/2018. I got a nice phone call today that says, my doctor has had a space opening as of tomorrow that he'd like to put me into it to talk to me and get the first um, consultation, because he's the radiation doctor that wants to talk to me. So they're going to get that away. So I called my, which they're in the same department, same building, same phone number, same everything. I called right back to get to talk to the appointments desk, and my oncologist, which is the actual cancer doctor that administers all this stuff, was able to get me in tomorrow also. So I'm things are moving a little bit quicker than I thought, which I give all the power and the glory to God to get me quicker, hopefully quicker treatment. Get me on a routine that they say that, well, we want to try this. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start this on this day. So I've got some good news today. So it brings up my spirits and makes me feel happy that things are starting to move a little bit quicker. And I'm so thankful for that. Okay. So the YouTube community, everybody, I'm talking about the whole YouTube community and my special family, my close special family, the YouTube Pipe Club. The shout out and the thank you is going to be forever. No matter how sick I get or how well I get, you're still going to be in my thoughts, and I hope I'm in your thoughts and prayers to keep me going, and I am going to still keep you guys updated on this as much as possible as I can throughout this whole treatment. So hopefully tomorrow is a good sign of we're rolling with something to help maybe cure this. I say maybe. I'm not saying that it's not going to, because the Lord may bless the doctors to bless me, give me the right stuff, shrink the stuff down, put me into remission, and I can beat this. That's my goal. I'm going to beat this. I want to fight it tooth and nail. So with that being said, I'm going to get off here because I've got Yabos. I got a bunch of Yabos. And I am so happy I got some Yabos that I don't care how long this video is, because I've got Yabos. But let's get the first thing out of the way. Really, really super quick here. Let's get this out of the way, because I'd like to have a little bit of taste of something today. And I'm going to do this. I've got that's been drying here for just a couple minutes, and I'm not going to dry it much more because there's no reason to, because it's fairly dry. Hopefully it won't stay so moist that it won't stay lit. Now I'm showing you this. Now if you guys can see this, show you this. That's Shortcut to Mushrooms. I want to smoke that as my probably my final smoke of the day, and I'm smoking it in my poker. My now I call it a poker because that's just the style, but it's a setter poker, obviously. And this is my Dunkin' Duke that I smoked yesterday, and I'm, most of us like to let them rest a couple days before we smoke them again, but I would like to smoke this one again today. So I'm going to just go ahead, fill her up, let her rip, and be careful how I chooch on it. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't packed this bowl yet, because the simple fact is I'm getting ahead of myself, and I'm so excited to get these boxes open, because I want to tell you, I'm going to do this kind of a backward situation, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to do this a little bit backwards on my box opening stuff today, because I want to save the best for last. Now, I'm telling people this for a reason. I'm telling you folks this for a reason. And the gentleman that sent me the package will understand this, why I want to save this till last. And it's basically because, like everybody does on a news program or a video that you're watching on YouTube or something, and you see the beginning of the video, especially Facebook does it really bad, Facebook and these organizations and places that do this. What they do is they get you on their website, and because they whet your appetite with a teaser, as they call it, to get you on there and say, well, I want to see that. I'd like to figure out what that's about. you know, what that looks like. Why are they saying she's doing this or this, that, and the other? And then what do? They go through 15 other things before they get to the actual story that you're trying to watch. So I'm going to play the butthead today. Sorry for my little bit of, I don't think that that's a bad word, but I said it. I'm being a little bit of a butt and saving the best for last. And please, people, when you watch this, please don't leave just because I did that. I'm doing that for a reason, because it won't take me long. Once, you know, I'm being slow here. I understand that. I've been in this video for a while already, and I'm trying to keep these things short, but I seem not to be able to. So I'm trying to pack this as fast as I can. And yes, I did something I shouldn't have did. I'm going to have to do this, folks. Well, I'm actually going to have to, since it hasn't been lit up and hasn't been smoked, I'm going to do this way. Let me see if I can. Okay. Now, this is a 9mm filter system. I went to my local B&N today, which I'm a little bit upset about this. And I'm assuming that I'm going to be okay. I should be able to get. Excuse me, folks. I apologize for being rude like that in front of you. And I know I'm wasting time, wasting your time and effort. And I still don't want to lose anybody, because I want people to see this box opening, because I think this is a special event for me. So I'm going to have to do this real quick, folks. And I apologize so much for this. I hate to have to do it this way, but I got to get that air draft going right, because I don't want to overpack this bowl and not be able to get a draw through it. And then you guys sit here and watch me try to light 50 million times because I can't get a draw through my pipe. And that might be just enough. Where's my pipe cleaner again? That's a different one. What I just do with it, folks, if it wasn't tied to me, I'll still use this one. This one's still clean enough to go ahead. I'm just trying to quickly, and I'm apologizing up one side and down the other. I know this is going to be a long video, but like I told you, I don't care. I want to do this correctly. And okay, guys, quit with all that nastiness. I think I got it well. And then there's my other. Call me an idiot, folks. There it was, my pipe cleaner I was trying to use. I got some air being able to. Yeah, that's plenty of a draft through that. I'm just going to lightly tamp this down. I'm not going to over tamp it, because I want to get enough tobacco in here, and I may have to just add some as I go every once in a while. I know a lot of people don't like you smoking a pipe that way, but sometimes I do, just because I want to get that length of smoke out of it. Now, this little poker, this 302 from Mr. Broggs, as I was saying yesterday when I was talking to people about it, and I'll explain it again to people that didn't get to see it, that this is a pear root wood pipe. And I better stop there on the packing, because that is getting a little tight again. So I'm just going to lightly tap on the top of this, get this up to the top to where I personally want it, because I want a full long smoke out of this. And I've been waiting to do this today, because I've been out taking care of weekly business here. So I apologize, folks, again for time frame here. Please bear with me. Please stay with me. Because I also bought myself a new lighter, because I like these little butane lighters, and I'm going to try this one. My other one, I was taught something about it today, which I think will fix every problem that I have with that one. I don't have any major problems with it, but they showed me something that I do know but I just didn't realize it, and that's how to fill it correctly. And I was filling it upside down like you're supposed to, but there's another trick that I'll explain in a different video. I'm not going to explain it right now. I want to get this lit. Okay, folks. Get my char tamp done. Burn the top. Come on. Kind of wind blowing in here, which is not an actual bad thing. It's a good thing. Like I said, I knew it would go out, but that's my char tamp. There we go. I'm going to let that go. If it goes out, oh well. While I'm talking, I don't care. I'm going to start out with the first thing here, guys, as my Yabo. My better half today, my wife, her name is Janice, and it's spelled Janys. Love of my life. My best half that is going through this with me. Beautiful. She's my right here immediate support group. And I got to relight this because there it did. Tamp it real quick again. I want to keep this going, so I want to get this done. I don't want to spend an hour sitting here and you guys going, oh my God, what's wrong with him? You can't keep a video under a certain length of time. And this shortcut to mushroom was just slightly damp. I mean, not bad. And that's just to heat it up and burn my freaking fingers. Okay, and I'm going to have to occasionally light this because I'm going to set this pipe down more often than I'm going to sit here and chooch on it because I only got two hands. I'm not an octopus, and I haven't figured out how to open a box yet with only two hands and smoking a pipe that I cannot clench very well at all. That sucker wants to fall, and I've already dumped it yesterday, which embarrassed the crap out of me because I had ash everywhere. Good thing it didn't mess up the carpet, or I'd have had a wife that would have strung me up and wouldn't have worried about anything else. And so, but just letting you guys know, I'm going to set this down. And we're going to start with this. My wife let me do something today that I thought was just totally fantastic. I've been collecting mugs for a long time. My Looney Tune mugs that was worth a lot of money, and I'm serious about that when I say that, guys. That mug was worth something, sentimental value more than anything. But it fell off a shelf in here, and it broke the handle completely off of it. And I may try the trick of gluing it back together and then using there's stuff that you can use around it to kind of hide where it got broke and all that stuff, and hopefully I can save it enough to use it. But I was in a place today, and I'm not going to mention this national chain place where it's kind of a hobby store, okay? That's all I'm going to say. You don't need to know. I mean, that tells most people what it probably is. They're all across the United States, and anyway, we won't get into that. And I asked them about these things several times, and they said, no, this is all we've got. That's up and down through here. So I keep going back to where all the glass jars are, and the flip top jars with the seals on them that you've got the cam locks on them and all that stuff. I keep going back there and looking because I'm looking for gallon size. I mean, true gallon size flip top cam lock, snap locks, whatever you want to call them, jars, and I can't find them. I've been looking on the internet, And I've been told I probably haven't been looking hard enough on the internet, because there's got to be some out there. But I walked past looking at these jars, figuring out what I wanted to pick up, because I needed some more cellar jars. It's not like I don't have 100 of them laying around here, but I needed a certain size is what I was looking for. So that's the reason why I wanted more of them. And I passed this. So folks, I found my coffee mug again. I found my true coffee mug. Now that's not, I don't know if this will tell us here really right now. Well, this sucker does not tell you, which surprises me. And I paid almost nothing for it, which I was surprised, because I got it for such a good deal. But I'm sure that's a quart and a half or more of liquid I can put in that. There's a gentleman out there that knows how much I like coffee and my problem and addiction to coffee. When he sees this, guys, look at that. Against my head, look at that. Isn't that just crazy? Unbelievably crazy. That, I mean, that's, okay? Look at the volume inside against my head. Look at that. Unstinking believable. So I have all the intentions of putting, I used to have paint pens. I can't find them. The one I did find was broke, so I gotta either go down to the local Walmart here and pick up some more paint pens so I can do some little artwork on it, because I can draw. I'm not the best on earth, but I can copy cartoons and stuff, and I'm going to put one particular cartoon on it because he has the same birthday as I do, and that's Garfield. So let's hopefully that it works out and I get Garfield etched or drawn out on here correctly, so when I do the paint pen part of it, that the ceramic paint pens, that once they dry, you can just, I mean, they're virtually indestructible. The paint won't come off. But what I normally do is I'll take this cup, put it on a severely low temperature in the oven, and bake that particular porcelain paint, whatever you want to call it, ceramic paint, whatever that they make, and bake it actually onto here, so it'll stay here virtually forever. So that's my first Yabo of the day. I was so surprised she let me have that. That's just fantastic. Blows me away, because she knows I like my coffee. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. I love my coffee. So with that being said, there's my first Yabo. I will put that aside because I don't want to drop that. I don't want to break that. I want to keep that pristine as best I can, as long as I can, so that I can get that, like I said, get that painting done on it, or copy of Garfield on it, because Garfield and I we have the same birthday. You know, June 19th is our birthday. I will tell you that. I'm not going to tell you my year, because you guys can figure it out on your own. You know that. But he was syndicated in 1981 on June 19th into the comic strip world. I can't think of the artist's name now. That's going to kill me, because I know it's Davis. Anyway, I can't say it. But let's get to the first box opening. Let's bypass all this stuff so we can get through this first package. Okay, I'm going to show you that. I'm not going to show everything on there, but this is from Aristocop. Okay, this is from Scott. I've been waiting for these for months. Now, I'm not saying that people are going to understand and go, oh, wow. I buy these, they're called the Cobb Foolery Kits when they come out every year, so I can build my own version of what I've already turned my my pipe in that I did for this year for the competition. I only did one, and if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. It's immaterial. It's just fun to participate in their contest. And the fact of the matter is, folks, I'll just do this real quick. That's the pipe that I entered into the cob for. That thing that you see up there is just a tamper, because the tamper was, I mean, the bowl on this thing is so deep that I had to build a tamper to accommodate the bowl. So I did. Anyway, so there you go. You've seen what I put in for cob foolery. So these are kits from Scott from Aristocob, and I just had there it is, my little razor blade knife that I use. I actually am able to, believe it or not, I can sharpen these blades. They don't last forever, don't get me wrong, but I can sharpen them pretty good and get some longer use out of them until I have to buy new blades or replace the blade. But right now, as it is, I don't have any blades, so I had to give this one, because this tape, obviously, you know what this tape does. When you're cutting cardboard and tape, the blades go dull very, very quick. You got to put an edge on them every once in a while, and like I said, this is nothing but cob foolery junk. Here's my receipt. I always keep my receipts until I know that I'm, satisfied with what I've got and don't have to send them back. Now, what I purchased here. Now, everybody's going to say, well, why did you purchase some more of those big old MacArthur pipes? Well, because you can cut them down, and actually, if you cut them down correctly, you can make a couple pipes out of these if you really want to. And I got this one because these are, I'm trying to say, I'm sorry. I probably had it down here where you guys couldn't see it. I apologize for that. That's the MacArthur bowl, but they make two different MacArthur pipes with a what they call a short bowl or a deeper bowl. The last ones that I bought that I showed you, that purple one, are long bowls. These are short bowls. Okay, guys, these are the short bowl ones. So when I drill the draft bowl, the hole for the stumble here, so I can put everything together correctly, will be a little bit different. It'll be a little bit higher, but I'm going to try to hit the very bottom of the bowl perfectly. So when I drill that everything's, right there, so I can get a full packed bowl. And I'll probably do a little bit of work on the stem so I can do that, so I can get a fuller bowl. And I still will probably mud these and all that. But let's get off that. Let's keep going here. I got two of those. These are heavy. Cobs, and I like them. Now I will have to tell you that I will have to put a deal on the bottom of these, because I don't want that pith on the bottom of these to get ruined, because these particular MacArthurs do not have the plugs in them, because there's such a depth of the pith inside there from the corn cob that they don't really need a plug. If you burn them, you burn them. But I will coat these so they will last an eternity. I'm not bull crapping anybody. So, and then I've got two different other ones. This one's a Diplomat, which this does have the wood plug in it. So I'll just put the coating on it to seal it. That has the wood plug, and then this, I apologize, guys, I am sorry. A General, and then a Country Gentleman. Like I said, a Country Gentleman and a General. This is the General, and this is the Country Gentleman. Okay, that's the bowl for that, and that's the bowl for that. They're fantastic. This one has the true corn cob here, rusticated. The other ones don't, but that doesn't matter to me. That's fine. But I'll make these into some smoking pieces of machinery. I guarantee it. I'll bend the stems the way that I want them, and use them the way that I want them, because I like the bent stem pipes. So there you go. There's my first box open. Let's get the cruise in here and get off this subject. Now, here's my second one. This one, obviously, I'm going to do this well, I don't know. Oh, you're not going to be able to see this, but I can tell you that I know where this box comes from. Okay, this comes from Pipes and Cigars. Okay, hopefully everything's in there because it feels kind of light to me. I'm sorry about that, folks. I know it was itching. So I got a box from Pipes and Cigars, which I am very pleased about because I if this is what I think it is, and I'm almost positive I know what it is because I ordered it. Obviously, nobody said they were sending me something direct from, unless the gentleman that I'm going to be talking about here in a real short says that he did. I don't know. We'll find out. But otherwise, I got to be very careful because yes, I am starting to do one thing, folks. You got to bear with me, and if you send me anything at all, out of the kindness of your hearts, and I'm not begging for anything, people. I'm just saying, if people do, I am saving all the. I know a lot of people. First thing that they do, they love to grab this stuff and just start squashing it and everything. No, I put these in large, clear 33-gallon or something bags, pack it in there, take it down in my basement, put it away. So I have packing material and stuff to send stuff when I'm able and fluid enough that, or if I make something for somebody specially, and hopefully here in the very, very, very tremendously near future, because I've got so many subs which I am so proud of that I'm going to be doing a draw myself. Now, I say that in this way, people, please. I'm saying that in this way. You got to bear with me. With all that I'm going through right now, with everything that's going on, I've got a lot on my plate, but I'm still going to do it. How I'm going to do it, when I'm going to do it, and what I'm going to do it with, I don't know yet. I haven't determined everything yet. Now, this is their standard, what I call drunken drinker's card, where if you buy a certain amount of stuff, you get a $100 voucher for whatever. And I just save them just because. And when if they expire, they expire because I personally don't drink. I haven't. I am personally on the wagon because of, yeah, it's a long story that's from years ago, so I don't drink. So that's that thing. And then here we go again. Fodder out of the box. Maybe something here that I can use to order some other tobacco and that type of stuff. So sorry for taking time not getting through this as quickly as possible, but here we go. First thing that I want to show you, this came to me as one of their specials. Some of you might have got in on it and took advantage of it. I hope you did, because I thought, and I still think Stanwell pipes, they're fairly inexpensive pipes. Most of them, they can range from $50 to $300 or $400, depending on what type of pipe you order through them. We all know that. But Pipes and Cigars is running such a good deal. You could get a pipe, okay, typical, cheap bag, but who cares? Stanwell bag, like I said, who cares? It's still a nice bag, and I will keep it and cherish it forever. Okay, they send you this pipe for $39.99. Okay, I haven't seen it yet. Obviously, you saw me open up the box right there. I haven't seen it yet. And oh my lordy God, I'm going to tell you guys this, for basically a $40 pipe, and I'm going to do something real quick before. And if anybody could hear that pop, we know darn well that the draft hole and the seal on this is good. I'm going to break this in nice with some stuff. I love the rustication on this thing. Now, this is a Stanwell Danish design I think that, yeah, Danish design, what they said, brushed is what they call that. I think that's awesome and cool. And I mean, I know I didn't show you guys yet, so please bear with me. I was looking at it more than you were, and I apologize for that. Look at that. Look on that, as old Bert would say. Look upon that. That is just gorgeous. And I haven't, and I've looked at, no, I'm sorry, guys. I keep pulling it down to where you guys can't see none of this. But the fishtail on it, the saddle bit, this one is called, I've learned that this is called the saddle bit on this one because that's the design of it. It is. With the button back here, I learned, I was forced to learn that that's called the button. Thank you for the person that reminded me what that was. But look at the rustication on that sucker. Sorry. I don't know if that helped you guys or not. But look at the rustication. That is just gorgeous. And then the finish. Sorry, folks, my door just slammed. Now, but you can see that the finish work on that is just fantastic. It's got the typical Stanwell S on it. And I've got a few what I call estate Stanwells, but this is a brand new Stanwell for $40. Okay, which you can't beat that. I mean that's a nice looking pipe. That's at least 1.5 inches or so bowl. And let me check something. Yeah, that's got the no, that's a 9mm filter system, and I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that. I'm beginning to like the filtered pipes. So there we go on that. That's the pipe part. I think that's fantastic. I know what I'm going to smoke out of this. But with that being said, I'm going to put that down. What was the kicker for this deal? Because that was they said an $80 pipe. $80. I don't know if this was, that's a UPS mess. I don't see another, well, it was, I think it, through Pipes and Cigars, it was almost a $90 pipe, okay, that they normally charge for that particular pipe, and I got it for $39.99, $40. But the kicker was, that made this such a good deal, I'm going to put my box in, folks, is I get this little package that I'm happy to get, because I've been hopefully not begging again here, people, but I was hoping somebody would offer when I was talking to them or whatever to say, oh, I got some of that. You'd like an ounce or a bowl or two so you can try it to see if you like it, and you know, this, that, and the other. And unfortunately, it never happened. And I'm not, like I said, I wasn't begging. I was just saying if somebody out of the kindness of their heart wanted to do something like that, and I'm not going to tear this up. I don't know why I don't want to do this, but I am going to do this because this is nicely sealed package, and I don't know if this will get it open or not, guys. I got this glued in here. They sent me, the package was, they sent a tin of tobacco with it. You had your choice of, I don't know, 6 different tobaccos. I don't remember how many of them they said they had there. And it really doesn't matter. It was just a good deal. It's a fantastic deal. I couldn't pass that up because I know how much the tobacco was worth. I priced that on several sites. And why I'm saying all this is because the price of the tobacco and the pipe did not even come up to the price of what the pipe alone was, its normal everyday selling price on this pipe. So, like I said, guys, this is a fantastic deal, no matter how you look at it. I don't know if pipes and tobacco, oh, that opened up just perfect, guys. I did it right. So I can save this for, like I told you, later purposes use. Now, they sent out this tobacco with it, so that like I said, but most people are gonna that smoke this are gonna know what the average price will vary from place to place to place on this tobacco. And I'm gonna quickly slide this back in here and put it back in the box, and so we can keep on going. I know I've been on here a while. I like I told you, I don't care. I'm gonna do this video. If you guys want to stick with it and stay with me, I hope so. I really do hope so, because this is special to me. I've got several boxes, like I said, that I wanted to open and get to, and several things. And this is, like I said, this is a brushed brown model 13/9. Okay, so that's what that standalone is. But they sent me, because I wanted this, if you look upon that, I've been wanting to try something in a cherry. And I've been told several times that this has a very nice, what we call cherry flavor. That's not cough syrup, not cough drops, not. It's a good flavor. The reviews on it have been controversial. Well, obviously, some like it, some don't, but more people like it than not. Okay, so, and I'm a cherry fanatic when it comes to strong cherry flavor. I don't like the cough syrup, drippy, gooey, whatever flavors that you can get out of some of it. But that came along with that. For $40, I got this 1.75 ounces of tobacco, along with a brand spanking new pipe. You can't beat that. Pipes and Cigars did themselves well when they did this. I don't know if they just got a bunch of this stuff and they needed to liquidate it and get rid of it. I don't know, folks. Don't care at this point. I got a good deal. I got some tobacco that I have not tried yet, and I've wanted to try forever and ever and ever. Thank God I've got it. I got it. Eventually I'll get. I'm not going to open it today. I'm not going to smell it right now. I'm not going to do that because I want to do an actual tobacco review of my own on it in a pipe that I want to smoke it in. And I think I know which one I'm going to smoke this one in. So I'm going to ruin a pipe that should have English in it and run an aromatic through it. And I'll fix that. Don't get me wrong, guys, but I'm going to do that. So anyway, here we go. Those are my other two items that I got in my Yabo. So that's Yabo 3 that I got. Okay. Yabo 4. Okay. This guy has been waiting for me and asking me every once in a while, did I get it yet? Did I get it yet? Did I get it yet? Well, I'm not going to show you his address, please. We went through, I mean, I'm going to flip it around real quick, just so if you stop it and you think you can get the address off that, more power to you. But that's a pretty good sized box, guys. And I want to talk to you about a little bit of a backstory on this. This gentleman and I have developed a relationship that I love the living out of this gentleman as a friend, as a male friend. Now, let me say that. People, I'm not knocking anybody's beliefs and anything on that. But as a person, he has become one of my best friends from this YouTube pipe communities that I love. Sorry, folks, I had to turn real quick. My dogs are creating a ruckus, and I want to make sure real quick that there's nothing that I need to be concerned with. So sorry about that, folks. I think we're okay, but I just wanted to make darn sure that, anyway. But this particular gentleman has become such a blessed, close friend, and I'm going to put him in this category, please, people. He's another one of those guys. I know he has his own problem. He's got his own life, his medical problems that he has, and his family that he has to deal with all the time, which is a good family, I'm saying, but he has to deal with, because he's the one in the family that has the car, even though he lives by himself. And, he has to take care of things in life. So he's a pretty busy guy with his job and everything else. But I swear, if I called him today or called him right now and said, hey, I need help, what can you do for me? He would probably do it. That's how close of a friend he's became. And I mean that. I love the living out of this guy. He has treated me with such respect. He has taught me things on this YouTube community, um, video making, and I give him shout outs for that. He's done things that most people would just say, well, learn it on your own. You can figure it out. I don't want to bother with it. I got too many other things to deal with. Please go about your own life. We could be friends. But do your own thing. No, this particular person is not that way. I've got to tell you this, guys. He's not that way at all. He has become such a best friend, even though we're miles upon miles upon miles apart. I can call him up, and when he's able to get back to me and talk to me, he does. He walks me through things because he's a computer whiz to a certain degree. He's a lot smarter on his computer stuff than I am. He's taught me so much that I appreciate it to no end. He's the one that turned me from 100% aromatic guy in the tobacco world. I call him now please, people, laugh with me because I just laughed. I call him my drug pusher. Okay, and I'm saying that and I hope you understand how I say this. And I'm talking about the person that sent me this box. I'm saying this in a manner because he sent me a couple samples of English brand tobaccos. Okay. And when he did that, now I'm craving all the type of Englishes, Balkans, Turkishes, Orientals. I can keep going. The Frogmorton crossover from that is an aromatic, but it is also an English combination. He's taught me and turned me on to a whole world of different types of tobaccos out there. Okay, that I don't know how to thank him for that, other than I jokingly, and I'm saying this correctly. People, please understand when I say this. I'm jokingly saying this. I'm not saying this in a nasty, bad way whatsoever. Jokingly, I have called him my pusher because he pushed me into another world of tobacco. Okay, and I'm enjoying this. I'm not saying I'm smoking pounds upon pounds of tobacco every week. No. I still keep it as minimal as I physically possibly can on smoking. Obviously because of health reasons and just because moral reasons and all kinds of, I can get into a lot of things, but I won't. We've been into this way too long. But he's opened up a new can of worms, as we want to say, for me in the tobacco world. And I thank him for that because I didn't understand. All I understood, even as a little kid, was, I like that smell of that flavor. That's cherry flavor, that's vanilla flavor, that's chocolate flavor, and I like peach flavor, mango flavor. I can keep going. I'm a aromatic fanatic. Okay, and when it comes to my smoking in my cigars and in my pipe tobacco. Okay, but with that being said, he's the one that I also jokingly say this. Let's go back to the Star Wars. I can't say that word. Analogy or whatever. He's turned me to the dark side. Okay, jokingly, please. Let's understand this is a joke. I keep telling him, you turned me to the dark side. Now I got to go figure out this English tobacco, that English tobacco. Now I can't get McClellan's tobaccos, the ones that are really good in English, or the English crossover, because I love my Frogmorton, and I can't get any more Frogmorton and all that stuff. So, well, he's turned me into a monster on that part of it. So I've got with my limited allowance that I get every month, I had to pick and choose what I want to buy. And so this particular gentleman again, and I'm going to tell you his name here in about almost right now, that he said he would send me a few things, and I don't know how much of this is going to be in English type tobaccos or anything like that whatsoever, or aromatic type tobaccos, or old tobaccos, new tobaccos, dried out tobaccos. I have no clue on earth. He just said he was going to send me a bunch of stuff. He said, just prepared to get a box. Okay. And like I said, the generosity of this YouTube community and the generosity of this particular person blows my mind all the way through. I'm talking about some big names in this community, in this Pipe Club community, that they give out of their kindness. They help, you know, if you say, well, can you please, I haven't smoked that yet, but I really don't want to buy any until I taste it. And you ask them, can you send me just a bowl full of it? Most of the time, if you ask them that way in a nice manner, because you're not wanting to take everything that they have. I know it's going to cost a little bit of money for them to send it to you, but most of them, out of the kindness of the heart, will do that. And I'm not asking people for that. Please don't take it that way. I'm just saying, if you did, you probably would get a bag of it, and probably get more than what you thought you deserved when you get it, because I've seen it on these box openings about people saying, oh, they were going to send me, you know, an ounce or so of this so I could try it out. And by the time that they got it, they got 3 or 4 ounces. And it's like, oh, wow. So this gentleman said he would send me a sampling of a bunch of stuff to see how well I liked it. And then I can make up my mind, do I want to buy some of these as time goes on? Because like I said, allowances doesn't come often enough. I got to budget everything. We all know that. But the gentleman's name is Pipecat, is his channel. Okay, Larry is his first name. I'm honored to be able to use his first name in this. But Larry Pipecat, please, folks, go to his channel, watch his stuff. The guy is a fantastic musician. He can play string instruments like no tomorrow. I mean, that guy can play instruments that just blow me away and play songs. And he's got a sense of humor that is so in line with my sense of humor. We throw things off to each other all the time, make jokes about things, and excuse me, but in a manner that we're not being condescending to each other. We're not being mean to each other. That's our joking way to get through life and enjoy each other and enjoy this Pipe Club community. Because the Pipe Club community does that very well with each other. I've been surprised at how we all tolerate, get along, love each other, trust each other, pray for each other, think about each other, do everybody's giveaway, you know, contests and stuff for their subs and stuff, or I just want to do a contest thing. You know, that's what this community's amazing about. And I didn't cut through anything. Yay. I'm going to close this because I don't want it open anymore, because sometimes I get carried away and I don't want to do that. So, but with all this being said, Pipecat, thank you for sending me this stuff. I haven't got into it yet, and I know it's been a long time, and I hope you sat through this whole video. That's the reason why I kept this particular box to the very last, like I said, that teaser to keep everybody going. And, oh my God. I got to say this, guys. I just opened up the box, and I just went like this with the, I'll show you this again. I opened up this box, and you can see the packing, and I went like this with the packing paper in there, and it stirred up smell, and that is so delicious smelling. It's like somebody's in the kitchen baking stuff. It smells that good. I'm just flabbergasted, just unbelievably. I don't get it. I'm I'm just floored, guys. I'm just floored. Now, I did get the typical bro note. I do see it right here. Now, on bro notes, I will let you know, folks, I am one of these sticklers. If it's not too long, I will read it to myself really quick. I don't, like I said, I don't care how long this video is. I'm just, this one's going to be long enough. I read through it first because he may have said something in there personally that is nobody's business. And I'm not saying that in a good way or a bad way. Please understand. We all know that. We all pre-read them because we don't want to say something that's offensive to anybody else, even if it's joking to myself, or it's something personal that he's sharing with me that he doesn't want it shared with everybody else. You understand why everybody should read their bro notes really, really, really quick. And then if it's clean, yeah, fine. Go ahead and read it to the public because most of us would like to know what they are. So anyway, let me see this. Okay. Okay, this is something that is very special to me. Okay, folks. I am going to read this to you guys. So bear with me. This is a heartfelt little, and it may crack me up through here. It's not very long, but it's enough that it makes me feel proud to be a friend of this gentleman, Pipecat Larry. It makes me very, very proud to be a friend of his. And I'm already choking up. But he goes, "Hey Kev," that's what the YouTube, a lot of the YouTube Pipe Club has started calling me instead of calling me Kevin. And I appreciate that. I think Kev is an okay abbreviated nickname besides my Roon Dog. Roon Dog is from when I was a little squirt till now. So, but Kev is perfectly fine. So it says, "Hey Kev, here are some samples of a few things that I think you might like. I also included some stuff that I know you have tried and said you liked. For good measure, I threw in a few things we never even talked about. Let me know what you think. Wish it could be more, but I think this will bring you some enjoyment for a while. Chooch them up carefully." And what he means by that is sparingly, because some of this stuff, obviously, we're not going to be able to get anymore. Or if it does, I need to make up my mind if I want to try to start ordering it for myself or whatever the case may be. That's the reason why he's saying shoot them up carefully, because obviously some of this, I don't even know. I haven't even opened up anything here to see what's even in here. There may be such a small sample, which is not a complaint. It's just saying it's such a small sample that savor it while I've got it so I can get my mind made up, or, to say if I want to go buy some or not buy some off of whichever site that I decide to go to, because my brick and mortars on their tobaccos, they're expensive. And on some of their supplies, they're expensive. I experienced that today, folks. But I still went ahead and purchased some stuff through my local B&M. But Larry, this is awesome. This means the world to me. I'm not sure how to, there we go. I'm sure how to, that will be saved forever. I save all of my bro notes, no matter what. And the first thing that I see on top of everything is something that we were talking about last night, and I know he knew he put it in here, but he was beating around the bush on how he was saying it. And he said, "Oh, I don't remember if I did this or if I did that or whatever," because I'm kind of hooked on the flavor, not hooked on the nicotine part or smoking, because I can tell you this truthful. If I had to stop today I could put all this down and walk away from it and never enter my mind because of whatever reason I had to stop. I can stop. And I mean that wholeheartedly. When I quit smoking cigarettes, and I was smoking cigarettes, get me. I took a pack of cigarettes one day, laid them down, and I don't remember where I laid them down. This is a story from years upon years upon years upon years ago. I laid them down. I don't know what happened to those cigarettes, where they went. I don't know if I tore them up, threw them away. I don't know. I laid them down and never went back to them. And I was smoking enough to where I was pretty much addicted to them, but I quit smoking them. That easy. Now, I can't say that for everybody. That was just me being able to do that. But this first thing that I see on top here is something that he turned me into, or what I said when I was saying in the beginning of all this, my drug pusher. And that's just in a joke, Larry. Please, Larry, take that as a joke that I mean it in, and he became my drug pusher. And what made him, to me, my drug pusher. And then when I open up the box, folks, I'm going to do this first. Reach over here to my part of my cellar. Okay, you see this. This is my cellar jar of what? Of this. I'm going to turn this over. I showed people this yesterday when I did my VR yesterday. I'm showing you this for a reason. Because he knows I love the living out of this stuff. This has became a one that I like. And every once in a while, I'll sprinkle a little bit of this with something else just to add a hint of this, because I love the way the John Cotton smokes out. I like how the Latakia in this smokes out. I like everything about John Cotton number 3. Now I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some of their Syrian or whichever of their 1 and 2s or their sweet, whatever, Sweet Virginia or whatever John Cotton has. Because John Cotton, to me, I haven't smoked a lot of English stuff, but John Cotton, to me, overall, I think is a fantastic tasting tobacco. And the Latakia notes, because you'll see right here, it says, made from Virginia's Orientals, Latakia, and Pre. I'm beginning to learn now. I got to tell you this that way for a reason. And I got a brand spanking new tin that has never been opened. All right, guys. Okay, I will try to figure out the date on it here in just a couple seconds here. But the Perique and the Latakia and some of the Oriental, I know Virginia too well, because Virginia is used in so many aromatics, and I purchased straight golden, sweet, and red Virginias to use as mixing components on some of my tobaccos that I brew for myself. Okay. But this right here, brand new, you can tell it's sealed because it's sucked down, guys. It hasn't been opened yet. I didn't ask for this. I didn't expect this, Larry. You blew my mind, because I was telling you I had very little left because I've been chooching on it so bad because I like it too much, and blah 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 blah. The reason why I didn't load up a bowl of it for this video is because I figured, well, I'll just let that go, because this bowl on this briar pipe, it's so freaking briar pipe, excuse me, pear wood pipe, pear root wood, say it correctly. That's a 2 1/4, almost 2 1/2 inch bowl. I didn't want to stuff all that John Cotton in there and go, now I'm out of John Cotton, I'm going to have to buy some for myself. But Larry, you're going to make me cry again, and I'm a man. Yeah, I do easily cry, don't get me wrong. But when you do something that I'm thinking about, well, I'm going to have to go buy this because I like it too much and I want it too much, and then turn around and open up a box, and oh my God, there it is, without me asking for it. I don't, like I tell you folks, I don't beg for stuff. I refuse to beg for stuff. And I'm sorry for cracking up here. He did this to me one other time that I was running low on some stuff. And I didn't ask him for it. And I didn't tell him I was running low on it. He just knew I liked the stuff. I was on the website and ready to push the button to say purchase the 2 products that he sent me. My wife says, please, no, we can't afford it right now. We got other things to take care of. When and if, we'll get you some more. Don't worry about it. So I decided not to purchase it. Next couple days, I get a box, and guess what was in it? The 2 items that I was ready to push that button on. The 2 items I was ready to push that button on. He made me bawl like a little baby that day. That he was intuitive enough and in sync with me. I didn't tell him that I was low on it. I didn't tell him I was out of it. I just told him I liked this stuff. And I liked it very well. And what did I get in the mail? What I was lacking. This blows me away, Larry. And I'm sorry for cracking up here because I'm serious about this, folks. That's awesome. Pure, plain and simple, awesome. So please bear with me on this video. I know it's a long video, but like I told you, I don't care this time. This is something that means so much to me that I don't know how to contain myself. How would a grown man crack up and break up over just a tin of tobacco that you got from a gentleman and you're just about out of it, and you're telling him you're not out of it. You're just telling him, I've been smoking it a lot. I like it. You turn me into an addict. You turn me into, this is one of my top 5 tobaccos right now. Believe you me. Between Frogmorton and this, certainly I like all of my aromatics. But I'm talking about the English side of it. Because Frogmorton Cellar is a crossover tobacco. Please, guys. That is a aromatic English. I don't care what anybody says. I know it's a whiskey cask, so that's where you get your aromatic side, but it's got so many other components, the Latakia, the Preak, whatever, in there, that it makes it a English, but like I said, a crossover English. So that, I'll quit rambling, folks. I'm sorry. I apologize for that, but I've got to. I'm just going to let it go out because we need to get it moving along because people are going to seriously get disgusted with me. And now I don't understand what this is, but I think what this is going to be a bowl or 2 of, and I'll have to ask Larry when I talk to him next. This is going to be a bowl or 2 of Haunted Bookshop. We've been talking about Haunted Bookshop for quite some time also between him and I. He cannot stand going too many days or whatever without smoking a bowl of Haunted Bookshop. Sometimes he could smoke Haunted Bookshop, Cornell and Dill's Haunted Bookshop, all stinking day long. I can tell you that with a certainty that blows me away. He loves his Haunted Bookshop. Now, there's other stuff that he likes really, really super well, but this is one of his top choices. I can tell you that. I'm going to open it up because I want to smell it, because I'm sure this is pretty well aged, guys. Oh my God, the sweetness on this is I cannot tell you what that is. But guys, that smells so stinking delicious. To me, it's got now I'm gonna say my opinion, because everybody's opinion is different on the smells of these things. But that smells really close to me, and it's still, that is still moist. I'm amazed that that is still, I mean, it's dried out just enough and moist enough still that you could probably not dry it, but just a couple minutes and put it in a bowl. That reminds me of a tea shop that's also that sells used reading book paperback books, and that smell that you get with a little bit of tea or a little bit of odor of coffee, but more to me, and a little bit of what I call an earthy. How do I put that? Earthy. I read on this morning before I got this. It's a burley with Greek and a Virginia mixture. I think that's Virginia. It says, but that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know how to thank you, Larry, for this one. That's just cool, awesome, guys. That smells so good that I don't know how to put that. Now, that's not open either. I gotta try to figure this out real quick. Sorry, folks, I don't see any way to get a date off of this one. But this is mango slices. Turn it right. That's mango slices. Brand new tin. Larry. Unbelievable. Him and I talked about trying this. Not that I was trying to ask him for it. I was just saying I was interested in trying it one of these days when I had a little bit of extra change in my pocket to buy a can of it. And I'm sorry that I can't give you guys the date on this, but made of Cypress Latakias, outstanding Orientals, bright Virginias, and a touch of black Cavendish, finished with a suitable top note. Unfreaking believable. I have no idea the date on it because it does not say. But believe you me, I'm going to try to figure out the date on it. Larry might know. But that's another one that, Larry, I wish you'd. Oh, God, I wish. Now, guys, I think. Okay, yes, I think so. This is unfreaking believable, guys. Now, this is something I'm pulling out of there. I'm not going to show it to you because I want to turn the back over and see if it. I'm thinking, but I don't know this for a fact, that this was probably. I'm going to have to ask Larry again, or if any of you guys out there know how to date this stuff. And I don't know how to date it. I'm not going to even guess, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know how to date this stuff. But let me say something. In Larry's way of joking around with me, not saying anything because he didn't want me to know what was in this before he sent it to me. And I was telling him that, oh, I stubbed my toe again and hit that button on the computer that said purchase, and I purchased that pipe with the blood red moon pipe tobacco because I wanted to try that really bad. And he said, well, if the box is already packed, already taped up. He didn't say anything to me. He says, I don't know what all I put in there. I don't remember. But he says, I put a bunch of stuff in there. So whenever you get it, hopefully you're surprised and you're happy about it. But look what I got. And I sure know that I'm probably going to love this stuff. Probably no problem whatsoever. Another brand spanking new tin of Colt Blood Red Moon. Unfrickin' believable. Sorry for the language there, folks. I didn't mean to. I caught myself. I'm sorry. I apologize. But that's unstinking believable. I got another brand new tin. Brothers and sisters out there in the YouTube land, I will be opening one for purposes of smoking it, and I will leave one in the tin to cellar it, to keep it on hand. That blows my mind, guys. Larry, I don't know how you know. This is now the third or fourth time you've done this to me on getting me on this. And I'd like to know how to date these things, because the numbers on here, there's only, well, I'm going to research this and try to figure this out, folks. I'm not going to hold up things here because of time constraints that we've already been into this for way too long, and I apologize. And I'm not, man, I told you guys that I was going to do this. I was going to make it long. Now, that's why this wasn't completely, so this might be just a little bit dry, but I can fix that, and I'm not worried about it, Larry. I'll tell you this. This is Admiral's Choice Vanilla Cavendish. I love vanillas, and Larry knows that I love vanillas. My vanilla custard is one of my most favorite tobaccos that you could ever get. And I could sit there all day long, guys, and I'm not going to do that. I apologize for that. Again, I'm going to keep apologizing because I mean it. That just blows my mind that Larry knows. He says, "Oh, I just threw a bunch of stuff in there." Larry, I love that stuff. Now, I haven't had the Admiral's version of it, but I've had other versions of it. Oh my Lord, I got nicotine, guys. Guys, you got to see what this is. And I'm gonna say it just the way that I feel about it. So please don't be offended when I say that. I hope you guys can see that, because I know the please let me do something. I know I'm taking too long, folks, but please let me do something, because I don't know, I'm not going to be able to do it. So I apologize for this, guys, but I'm gonna do this. This is Galwith and Hogarth Black and Brown Irish Twist. Something that I've been wanting to try, but I also wanted to try the one that's their cherry flavored one, and I can't, right off the top of my head, I can't say that. The twisted. And please take this in the humor and what I'm saying here, guys. To me, we all know what we call that. That's something that you found out in the yard after the dog has been out there. Okay. Now, I said that as nicely as I could say that, which is without being vulgar. And I'm not trying to be a vulgar guy. Please, guys, understand that. I never would expect this. And Larry, I'm going to say this to you in the humor that I'm going to say it in. I also appreciate, and I know you guys aren't going to be able to. Oh yeah, you can. See that right there, folks? I appreciate tremendously, and I'm saying that in a nice way. I mean this. That's from his cats. Okay? That's another bonus. That's my, and I finally got to laugh, people. You got to laugh out of me. That's awesome. I get kitty too. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to do research on that. But that smells like Latakia freak and something that I can't, and it could not be what I'm saying. I don't know. I need to get in there and look it up. I know I can tell you this much. I may not finish my bowl of shortcut to mushroom. I may light up me another cob pipe or something and crumble this up, let it dry out really, really well. They say you got to dry this stuff. I did have read some reviews. You got to dry it out. But I'm telling you, I got to pull one of these out and just. Oh, it's moist, but it's not. I mean, it's not so moist that I'm getting, but it's moist. You can tell. So I have to slice it up and crumble it up. There's two different hints of that. Yeah, when you smell it from the top or you smell it directly, there's two different hints of flavor. That's awesome. That is awesome, guys. That is just beautifully awesome. I don't know how to thank Larry for that one because I've been wanting to try that. But what I have been told by not just Larry, by a lot of people out there and a lot of reviews that I have read on this particular tobacco, moderation, very little bit at a time, because this is nicotine stuffed full of tobacco. It's got a harsh nicotine tobacco hit that can give you such a headache buzz that so your moderation on this stuff. So I will smoke very little on my first bowl to see what it does and then go from there. But he's the one that started me out, and I've heard this from reviews and from other people. Now, there's guys out there, obviously, that have been smoking for years upon years upon years upon years, and they say they love it because of the nicotine hit, because they've been smoking so long that they need nicotine to get the buzz, the feeling, the whatever the case may be. I haven't been smoking a pipe for quite a while. I mean, I did for a while, but then like I said, I went away from it. When I quit cigarettes, I smoked a pipe for really, really, really almost unmentionable time. And I still have that first pipe of mine that I smoke occasionally. And that's probably the one I'm going to break that up, that little briar, break that stuff up into, and because it's such a small, short bowl, and see what it does to me. I've been waiting to try that because of that reason. Also because of the flavor, but because everybody says, watch out for the nicotine. It's going to get you. So let's keep going. And I got some Orlick Golden Slice. Oh my God, Larry. Something else that we've been discussing that I have not said I wanted it from him. I just said I'd like to eventually get to it and try it. And that's a good amount of, I mean, that's 2 or 3, maybe 4 bowls or more. I don't know. That's a lot of Orlick Golden Slice. Man, Larry, God almighty. I'm going to do this. I can't stand this, guys. I got to do this. Oh, God, it's got to be the freaking Latakia that's coming out of some of this stuff. Or whatever, but it tastes, it smells delicious. I mean, that's just awesome, guys. That's another one that just blows me away. Let's go to, oh my God, guys, if I don't cry before this video is over with, I know I've been on here a long time and I told you I don't care this time, but if I don't cry, it's going to be amazing to me because I almost hit the button today. I came so stinking close to hitting the button today. I was right there ready to spend some money again. And I told myself, no, I better wait. Maybe they'll run it on sale again sometime. This one is hurting, guys. I got to tell you this because I almost hit that button today because I was on 3 different websites. 2 of them were out of it. One of them had it, but their shipping prices about PO'd me. Okay, so I said, no, I'll just wait. I'll get some eventually. Don't worry about it. You know, allowance will come up some other month, and I'll eventually, if my health is good enough to where I can still be allowed to have a bowl every once in a while. Larry, I don't know why you did this, but out of the kindness of your heart, I know you did it. Please, guys, I almost hit the button today. I don't understand how Larry can do this. I honest to God, don't know how he's got the sixth sense, you know, that ESP, whatever perception that he has to send people stuff. And I almost bought some today. I came so, I mean, so minutely close. You hear my fingers snapping? That's how close. That's how I was right there to buy it. And I just told myself, no, wait. And if anybody knows about plum pudding, Seattle Pipe Club's plum pudding, I hear nothing. I've read, I don't know, like 10 reviews, and I'm talking about different websites, pipes and reviews, you know, tobacco and reviews, smokingpipes.com. I've been on a mess of websites this morning, early before I got my wife out of bed, and we had to go do our weekly stuff. And I have heard nothing but pure good out of this stuff. Now, I may change my mind on what I start out with this smoke, but oh, there you go again, guys. That smell just, I don't know how to say anything about this. I call it beef jerky, guys, but I'm not gonna, because it's really brittle and I don't want to mess it up too bad. But the smell of that, there it did. I busted it up. I'm gonna bust it up anyway, but I just didn't want to tear it up right now because I want to get it in my cellar jars, not to tear it up. But that's a good few bowls of tobacco right there, guys. That is just, oh, when I did that and the air came out of the bag, I don't know why I haven't started smoking this stuff years ago. I don't understand this. I don't understand why I haven't got into what I call the English, the Balkan side of it, whatever you want to call it. Whatever they call all those different lines of different types of tobacco out there. That's awesome, Larry. That's awesome, YouTube world. That blew me away. That is something I almost pushed a button on this morning. No joke. Let's keep going before I fly apart here, because I'm almost there. Gentlemen, ladies, Janice, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I got noise outside my door here. I don't know if that's just the door rattling back and forth. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, guys, because I have to. Because well, figures my room just blew apart because we got a windstorm coming through our little hole in the wall here in Village, Montana. I just made a mess, and I'm not going to clean it up really quick. I'll just leave it the way it is, and I'll get to it after this video because we spent too much time on here, and I'm still apologizing for that. But this is something else, Larry. He's been talking about this. He's been talking about this as another part of his daily, because he rotates stuff throughout the day, even when he's smoking, that he keeps telling me about, and he keeps saying I need to try it, and I need to get some, and I've been keep telling him yes I will, because I like the McBaron company, because I'm a suff-lift. Forgive me for Larry. I apologize because you're going to beat me up. I know on that because we've discussed this a gazillion times. You can tell me how to say it, and I can say it 50 times. Then 10 minutes later, I can't say it correctly at all. But they're both the same company, so that's the reason why I know McBaron so well. Okay, he's fell in love with this stuff. If you guys can read this, McBaron HH Old Dark Fire. He's been telling me about it every day, praising about it when I do call him, that is, and been telling me how good it is, how he likes it, and that he can't wait to smoke it some days, like his haunted bookshop and some stuff. That's got a complex difference to it that I don't understand, but I like it. Is what I'm saying. I like it. And I like it very well. This blows me away. Unbelievably good. That's got a sweetness behind it that I don't know how to explain. I got it. Well, that's still got some decent moisture to it. I mean, it's dry, but it's not what I'm talking about. And I like the stringy of it. I love that. Now, let me explain this to you, folks. And I'm going to say this. You're in a butcher shop, and they're butchering animals, cutting up animals, cutting up beef and pork and whatever. And this is my opinion. Let me put it to you this way again. My opinion. To me, this smells like beef bologna. Now, please, don't take that as a bad thing, because that brings back childhood memories of going to the butcher shop. Because we could get it at that time at the butcher shop for pretty reasonable in our little town that I used to live in when I was a real young kid. And that's what that smells like, a beef bologna. I don't know how to explain that, guys. I don't. All I can explain to you is that's a delicious childhood memory smell that I like. Now, smoking it may be different. We all know this, but I will smoke it, and I probably will like it just because of the smell already. I think that's just awesome. So, McBaron HH Old Dark Fire. That smells good. I like that, guys. And I need to do one more thing because I'm almost done with this box. It smells like it's going to start storming here, wet storming. I need to get my window shut down too. I still need air flowing through here because I am going to be smoking a little bit. Okay, that should be enough to at least breeze through here, guys. I need that air. I'm kind of upset of my stuff going everywhere, and I'll have to clean that up a little bit later. I need to clean this whole room, period, but that wind blew that completely out of the way. Now I'm going back to my box, grabbing another. Man, I don't know about what you guys think about some of these people on the YouTube Pipe Club community. I don't care if you want to say bad things or good things, whatever. But this gentleman, just me grabbing this one right here is going to kill me to the point where I'm going to have to. I don't know what I'm going to have to do to thank him. There's enough in there for I don't know how many bowls of tobacco. And we keep discussing this one also. He says, I need to try this one. He says you'll like this one. You'll probably want to buy it by the pound if you can get it. Now, and I'm just amazed. Dunhill Nightcap. Can we get that anymore? I don't think so. I will try if I like it, but I don't think so. I don't know why he gave up some of his private stock of that's basically hard to get or can't get. Oh my God, guys. I like the smell of that. I like the looks of that. You can tell there's got to be some Virginias and some Cavendish and probably some Perique and Latakia. I don't know. I'm going to have to look this one up and just make darn sure that I'm not missaying what I'm saying. But I like that back note of this tobacco. The forward note is fantastic, but the back note when it gets into your system, now that's not smoking it, that's just breathing it in here, what I'm talking about. It's got a back note to it that is just awesome. I like that. So I hopefully that it will smell and taste good and have a fantastic room note. I don't know. It's Dunhill Nightcap, guys. Dunhill Nightcap. That blows me away, Larry. I don't know what else to say, but oh man, the man turned me on to this through a roundabout way on this particular tobacco. Every one of these has a story behind them, please. And I'm sorry to take so long that I'm doing this because him and I jokingly back and forth and about this stuff. And on his first package that he sent me, because I sent him some stuff, so he returned a favor and sent me some stuff, and he sent me some of this to virtually, because we were laughing about Scott. We all know who Scott is, Aristocop, Cobb Foolery, the gentleman Meerschaum, Missouri Meerschaum pipe seller through Aristocop. I can keep saying more about him, but we all know who he is. He's a freak over this tobacco, and so we keep, and I say that in a nice way, Scott. Okay, if you do watch this video, I don't know if you get to watch most people's videos or not, but Larry and I have been back and forth about it, and this is an aromatic flavor. We all know that, but I love it. It's got a fantastic room note. It doesn't overkill everything and chase your wife completely out of here to where she says, yeah, don't ever smoke that in my face ever again, type situation. So Scott buys it by 5 pounds at a time, a lot of the time. Not all the time, but he buys it because he's got his, what we call his jar, and I'm trying to say his program that he does with his son. Markwood Breakfast Club, okay, when he does that. I got to see the episode year and whatever, however long ago it was now, where they filled up, and it was last year, but they filled up, I think it was last year, but immaterial, let's get off that, quit rambling. They filled up a 5-gallon container of this. Larry just sent me enough to take care of what I've smoked, plus, because I like this stuff. I like this stuff a lot. If you guys can read lane 1Q, people, that's a lot of lane. I like lane. I am not going to open the bag and smell this one because I've got it. I like it. I love it. I love the smell of it. I'll just mix it in with what cellar stuff that I have and go from there with this because that's awesome. Now, let's get to this last one, folks. Very last one. Making sure there's nothing else in here. Now, I don't know if Larry sent me this as a joke or if he and I'm not saying that in a bad way, good way. I don't know. It's another English tobacco. Now, this is obviously a brand new, well, it looks like it's a brand new package. Now, Larry may have had some way that he opened it up a long time ago. I don't know. I can't tell you, folks. And he may have smoked something out of it. I don't know. I don't care. It feels like it's brand new. It feels like an ounce and a half is in there. And I'm sorry that I was keeping it down here showing it. I apologize for that because I don't know where my camera's pointed. Okay. John Bull. I know nothing about this tobacco, this particular one. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Larry again because I don't know if this is one of these ones that he bought a gazillion years ago and tried and it was okay, but it wasn't okay. So he passed it on to see if I would like it or not. I don't know. But there's the last one out of it. It's looks to me brand spanking new, not opened container or a bag or a pouch. Let's say it correctly. A pipe tobacco pouch. And it's proper English. Combine bright Virginias and Burleys with a hint of black Cavendish and smoky Latakia. So I bet you to me, I'll probably like this stuff. So with all this being said, folks, the amount of tobaccos that I got from Larry, I will have enough to keep me occupied for quite a while. And Larry, I do not know how to thank you. Absolutely, period. No way on earth know how to thank you. And also thank this YouTube pipe community for their support of me and you and everybody else out there. But Larry, my thanks can never be enough for what you just did today. What I just got out of the mailbox and brought in, opened up, and did my... That's the reason why I kept this to the end. And I know I've been on here way too long, people. And I please hope, people, I know this is going to be a long, boring video to a lot of you. If you make it to this point and you're putting up with me with my rambling right now, please finish it. Please watch it all the way through. And I'm going to put something in the front of this to say, please, please, please watch it all the way through. But Larry, you have become such a friend and a person that I love between two men as friendship love. Let me state that. I've got to say that to people because some people will take that the wrong way. Wrong way. But friendship love to the point of best friend love, I appreciate you. And thank you for all this. And you YouTube community, thank you for letting me rant. I know a lot of you are going to see that time on that and go, no way. I'm not going to sit through it. Please do if you make it that far or make it this far. And I will try to put something in front of this to help everybody hopefully stay with it and keep with it because I want people to know about Larry Pipecat. Pipecat Larry. He's an awesome gentleman that has gotten me through some rocky spots. And I mean that, Larry. You've gotten me through some spots and some times that I know you always can't be there when I immediately call or text you or whatever the case may be. But you get there eventually. And you go out of your way for me. And you've gone out of your way for me. My God, Larry, you've gone out of the way for me. I appreciate this to no end. And I don't know, I want to crack up and cry. And I'm just trying to stop myself from doing it because I need to get off here and let you YouTube people go and let you know that this community means so much to me. And I say again, thank you for your prayers and your support in my cancer and in my illness. Please reach out to everybody with their own conditions out there. Pray for them, keep them in your minds and your thoughts. And please visit Larry's Pipecat's channel and give him love, give him support, and give him subs. Please give him subs. He deserves it. This is just awesome. This is just a part of awesome that I can't explain. And I'm going to get off here right now because I don't know how, I can't keep rambling and keep explaining how much I love the guy as my friend. as my best friend that I can say that he's a long ways away from me where he lives. I'm not going to get into that part of it, but he still reaches out to me all the time. And I appreciate that. This whole community reaches out to me all the time. And I appreciate that. So with that, I bid you guys a good evening. And I thank you so much for your support and kindness through my illness. And like I said, please go visit Larry's site, his channel, and support him, please. We're not into this for the subs. We're into this for the camaraderie and for the family that we're making out of this community. That's what this is all about, and in the enjoyment of watching these videos. So please do that for me. Please check him out, and thank you guys for my support. I just think that's just fantastic. So with that being said, good evening and have a good rest of this week.